welcome back to my channel. It has been a while since I have picked up this phone and filmed anything, and I'm going to be completely honest with you. It's because of my mental health and life in general. Life got really busy with my author side of my life and trying to get out my new book and making sure everything was perfect for that. And then I have always struggled with mental health issues, and the stress of all of this stuff, leading up to my release caused me to have a lot of anxiety, and then my depression flared up, so I took some time away. I only read one book the whole month of June, which I vlogged, and there is a video up on my channel. Once I show you the book, if you want to go watch it, I would definitely recommend it. I love the book and the author that I read. But yes, I took a step back. I really didn't read. I definitely didn't feel like filming anything. Honestly, there were days when I couldn't get out of bed, and that's okay. And something about me and this channel is I always want to be open and honest with people. And so if I'm struggling, I'm not going to lie to y'all guys. And when I do struggle, like I said, it's mostly where I can barely get out of bed, and I just want to put myself in my little bubble. I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to see anybody. So I apologize for there being a lack of videos, but I didn't read anything, and I just couldn't bring myself to share anything. And like I said, that is okay if you find yourself in a similar situation. We're all human. We are all allowed to have those days where we, don't feel like doing anything, but just know that it will get better. Hopefully you have somebody in your life that you can talk to, whether they be professional or just a loved one. I have my amazing wife, and she always helps me get through everything. But anyways, enough about me. This is going to be about the book that I read in June, and the 3 books that I read this past, today's the 9th, this past week. I was going to do this video yesterday, but yesterday was my 36th birthday, and I spent it out buying books and having lunch with my wife and just enjoying our day. I might do a birthday haul and show you everything that I got for my birthday in another video. I'm not sure yet, but anyways, let's jump straight into the video. I'm going to show you the book that I read in June, and then I will talk about the books that I read this past week. I also got a new air conditioner, so I'm hoping that the sound of my AC isn't too loud. As you can see, I'm wearing a sweater. It is July 9th. I do live in Missouri, where it is warm, but that new air conditioner keeps it awful cool at my house, which I love. I'm not grabbing about, but I'm just saying all of that to say hopefully it's not too loud. Let me show you the book I read in June. It is The Thief by Nikki J. Summers. Like I said, I did a whole reading vlog about this, so I'm not going to go into too much detail or what I thought about it, but I will tell you that this is the last book in her Soldiers of Anarchy series. It is a series of interconnected standalones, so you can read this before reading the other ones, but I would recommend going back and starting with Adam's story, which is The Psycho, because all of them, the whole series is just amazing. I love Nikki. She is an amazing author, and in order to enjoy the connection between them, and because this is the end of the book, or the end of the series, we do see spoilers of the future. So it would be best to go back and start with Adam, the Psycho. This is free in Kindle Unlimited, and I would say heed the trigger warnings in this book. It is not really dark, but it does have dark themes. This follows Tyler and Jess. Jess is a single mom. Tyler, of course, is a soldier, and a vigilante soldier at that. They meet in a bank when they both are there, and the bank just happens to be being robbed at the same time. And then Tyler and the soldiers decide to track down the people who robbed the bank and make them pay for terrorizing Jess. and the rest of the people in the bank. And that's all I'm going to tell you, because like I said, I vlogged this if you want to go over and check it out. Now, what did I rate this? I rated this a 5 stars in plot. I don't remember what I rated it in spice, but it is spicy. It has to at least be like a 4. But I rated this book a 5 stars because Nikki's writing is amazing. I started reading these books, like I said, back in 2021, and I have loved every single one of them. The found family, the angst, the action, everything is honestly amazing. I love Tyler so much. And the thing about kids and romance books is they have to be done right. And Nikki does it right. I love Ava, the little girl. I love every interaction that she has with Tyler. I love Tyler. I love the soldiers. This is such a good book. Such a good series. Such an amazing indie author. She deserves so much more love and credit than she is given. And I will rant and rave about her all the time. I absolutely love her. And then up next, I read The Roommate Pack by Allison Ashley. This is a contemporary romance. Of course, it deals with roommates. He's a firefighter. She is an EMT. And I don't know if this is free on Kindle Unlimited. Let me pop over and check. Just checked. No, it is not free on Kindle Unlimited, unfortunately. But I picked this up at the store for, I believe, $10. So not a whole lot of money, but unfortunately it's not on Kindle Unlimited. Now, what is The Roommate Pack about? I have my iPad over here to the side because, like I said, I forget things all the time. So I will be looking over there for notes. This follows Claire and Graham. They have been friends for a while, but they have only started being roommates for the last year of their life, I believe. And on a drunken night out with their friends, Claire and Graham make a pact that if they are both single by the age of 40, that they will get married. Well, when Graham brings this up in conversation, Claire didn't think anybody was taking them seriously. They only said it so their two friends would stop fighting their feelings for each other. And so Claire decides to amend that pact. If they're both single by the age of 40, they will start having a friends with benefit package. Now, Claire wants to find true love. She believes in love. She is a romantic at heart, but some things in her past have kept her from pursuing certain people out of fear. And Graham is just a non-committal, a lot of people don't think he has any emotions type of guy. He is a firefighter. He is an adrenaline junkie. He's always going out doing something, whether it's hiking, mountain biking, or things like that. Well, Claire decides after a incident where her and Graham kissed, she decides that she doesn't want to wait until they're 40 to start the friends with benefits. Why not start it now? But right before things start heating up, Graham gets hurt, and it is up to Claire to be his 24/7 nurse. So what happens when they start spending all of this time together on a more intimate, personal basis, and feelings start to arise? And will non-attachment Graham finally change? And will Claire let fear of the what ifs keep her from being completely happy, to be honest? I'm trying not to give a whole lot away. So what did I rate this book? I gave this a 4 for plot, and I would give this a 3 for spice. The one thing about this book, and something that I didn't know when I picked it up, I guess I need to start flipping through the books, is that this is written in third person. And third person is hard for me to read, and it is hard for me to get connected to the story and stay into the story. But with this book, I honestly didn't have an issue with that. I could not put this book down once it got going. I had to find out what happened next. And honestly, at some point, I forgot that it was even written in third person. I'm not a big fan of friends to lovers tropes because it's, to me, it's hardly ever done right. But this one was done right. They both, Graham and Claire, both had a mutual understanding that they found each other attractive. But neither one of them was secretly in love with the other one. They wasn't pining away from them, and then the other one didn't suddenly be like, oh, I'm in love with you. There was none of that, which is what I think a friends to lovers story should be like, because I don't believe in, someone being in love with you for all of your life, and then one of the other ones, the other friend, wakes up one day and is like, oh, I love them. I've loved them my whole life. That doesn't do it for me, but I liked this book a lot. Graham is a sweetheart. The more I read this book, the more I fell in love with him. The little things he did gave me butterflies multiple times, and I loved him. He was amazing and he was sweet. Oh, so good. Now, Claire, while she was an amazing person and she loved being there for people and she loved helping people, and that was great, towards the end of the book, she was getting on my nerves, which I understand when we figured out, with her past, I understand why she did what she did, but she was getting on my last nerve. I just wanted to yell at her and tell her to quit letting fear control her life. And eventually she got there. Thank the Lord she got there, but not before she got on my nerves. I will tell you that my favorite part in this book is emails that Graham sends to Claire's old email account when he's hurt because she talks to him about journaling. That is my favorite part in this whole book. I think I underlined and tabbed almost all of them. They are so cute. This is such a cute little rom-com that I think anybody and everybody should pick up. Then up next, I read Her Soul to Take by Harley LaRue. I read this because it was on my friend Beck's TBR, but I have been wanting to read this book for a while. Of course, I've seen it all over TikTok, all over YouTube, all over Instagram, but I was too scared because it is a dark romance. But it wasn't as dark as what I thought. It wasn't as bad as what I thought. And I'm sure anybody watching this, if you have TikTok, if you are in the book world, you have heard about what this is. This follows Leon and Ray. Leon is a demon that is stuck in the mortal world doing the bidding of anyone who can summon him by his name. Ray is a paranormal investigator who is moving back to her hometown after being gone for years, and is excited because the town has a dark history and it is full of supposedly haunted places. It is a miner's town, and supposedly there is a god who lives in the mine who helped 3 miners escape back in the mining era. Well, Ray finds herself entangled up with the security guard Leon at the school where there has been a murder, and she is intrigued by this guy, but also a little bit put off by this guy. Hold on, my dog's trying to get my attention. Go, shoot. The security guard Leon tells her not to go messing around in the woods, to not go to the old church that is abandoned and supposedly the most haunted place in the town. But does she listen? No, she doesn't. She has a YouTube channel and it's not doing the greatest in views, and so she wants to try doing a demon summoning. But she doesn't think that she's going to do it the right way. But lo and behold, when she does, she summons the demon, and the demon just happens to be Leon, the security guard that she already has a fascination about. And this follows their journey of him trying to keep her safe and her trying not to give her soul to Leon, which is what he wants the most. Now, what did I think about this book? I already said I don't know why I waited too long to read it. I gave this a 5 in plot and a 5 in spice. I absolutely loved this book. The one thing that I will say is, if you are like me and you like a good possessive male, I will burn the world down to protect My Woman, If You Touch Her, You're Gone book, you need to pick up a demon book because nobody does it quite as well as demons do. I loved Leon's possessiveness. I loved everything about this man, and I did love Ray. However, she got on my nerves. I'm a horror movie junkie. My comfort watches are all of the Conjurings, all the Screams, and Halloweens. All of them. I just love them all. But I don't like it when the main girl character runs to danger instead of away from danger. I know that would make a good, movie, or in this case, a good book, but I'm still that logical thinker. So, of course, when Ray kept running into danger, I was like, come on, girl, stop it, quit. But that didn't mean that I wasn't rating this book a 5. I did find at sometimes that the story focused too much on the spice, and I wanted to get back to the plot, and we did. So for me, it was a little spice heavy, but that spice, once again, did not overrule the plot, and I loved this book so much. I will tell you that I have moved on to the second one, Her Soul for Revenge. So I am completely invested in the trilogy. I'm hoping that the other 2 books fill in the plot points that I felt was missing from this book. And that's once again why I did not get anything off of the stars, because there is other books and because of who the other books follow the characters, which play a good bit in here. I'm hoping that once I read all of them, I will get the whole picture of everything that happened in the first book. If not, I may have to go back and adjust my ratings. But as of right now, this stands at 5 stars. I'm looking at my book journal. I did say that 2 bad demons in the real world doesn't work like demons in the books, because then maybe I would have a reason to play with an Ouija board. But who am I kidding? Have you seen them TikTok videos that why do you read books? Why don't you go out and have the real world experience? I think not. I forgot to tell y'all guys that Her Soul to Take is free on KU if you want to read it that way. I actually got mine from the bookstore, which I was surprised to see a book like Her Soul to Take and Her Soul for Revenge in a bookstore. But on to the last book that I read. It is not free on Kindle Unlimited. I purchased this in ebook form, and it is Falling for Irish by Katie Roos. I'm not sure how you say her last name. But yes, like I said, this is not on Kindle Unlimited. This is a short little novella. It is 150 pages long, and it follows Catherine and Damien. No, it follows Catherine and Daniel. Catherine broke up with Daniel after they dated for a short 2 or 3 months because she found out that he thought she was only with him for his money, and that was not the case, and so she ended it. Well, as a twist of fate, 2 months after ending the relationship, she is now being offered a job to work with him, and she cannot pass up on the opportunity or the money, so she takes it. Catherine knows that she will always want more from Daniel, but she can't have it, and Daniel has never gotten over Catherine, and he never will. He wants her back. And I'm not going to say any more about it because it is, like I said, a very short novella. Now, what did I rate this? I rated this a 3-star, which for me is not bad. It means that I enjoyed the book, but I just found some things lacking. And the one thing I found lacking was I downloaded this book solely off of a TikTok video where it had a scene. And after reading the book, the scene from the TikTok video was not in this book. It might be in the other books in the series, but it wasn't specifically in this book, and that was a bit of a letdown. However, like I said, a 3-star for me is not bad. I did enjoy this novella. It did what I needed it to do. It distracted me from everyday life. It let my brain shut off for a little bit, and it let me escape into a world of fantasy. This story had what any romance book has. It has plot, a little bit of spice, and it has suspense. Oh, I didn't touch on the spice. I gave the book a 3-star rating for spice. I will say this, I liked Daniel, and I liked how determined he was to get Catherine back. There we have it. This is the end of the video. I know it is a short video. It's on the shorter side, and I apologize for that. Hopefully, I will start reading more as, you know, life kind of slows down. I'm in between releases, so hopefully I'll have more time to read. And hopefully, you know, my mental health stays up higher than it has been. If you like this video, please leave a like, share it, leave a comment below on what books you read this week, maybe what your favorite read of the week was, and I will try to answer any and all comments. If you like these types of videos, think about subscribing. I would really appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one. I hope you have a lovely day wherever you are in the world, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.